Receivable reports. This tutorial will address the following: aged open invoices, statements and assessing finance charges, list finance charges, list payments, payment breakdown, and payments by user. To generate an aged open report, click on Reports, Receivables, Aged Open Invoices. Enter an ending date. Leave the customer range blank to include all customers. Change the sort by to customer name. Click on View to generate the report. This report will list for each customer account the open invoice number, date, type, amount, current, 30, 60, 90 days, with a subtotal for each customer, and a grand total for all accounts for each amount category. Before you run statements, let's review how finance charges are applied. Click on Utilities, Company Information. On the General tab to the right under Finance Charges, there must be a monthly financing entered. Enter in the terms and grace period and click on Save to update. In order to apply finance charges to a customer, that customer must be set up with applying finance charges. Click on Maintenance, Accounts, Customers. Look up a company account by clicking on the three dots icon and selecting a company. Click on the Finance/Tax tab. At Finance, you can select Use Default, Use Specific, or No Charges from the drop-down. Use Default will use the terms from the company screen. Use Specific will allow you to set up different terms. And then set the customer's credit limit and click on Save. To run the statements, click on Reports, Receivables, and Statements. Select an ending date, leaving the customer range blank, and the sort by to customer name. Click on Assess Finance Charges. Those accounts that will have finance charges applied will be listed with a company name, number, invoice number, days old, balance, and finance charge. Click Apply. Click on View to generate the statements. Each customer statement will be on a separate page. Click on the print icon to print the statements. List finance charges. To see a list of applied finance charges, click on Reports, Receivables, and List finance charges. Select a date range, leave the customer range blank to include all customers. Change the sort by to customer name and click on View. The date the finance charge was applied, invoice number, customer name, and amount will be listed. List payments. To generate a list payments report, click on Reports, Receivables, and List payments. Enter a date range, leave the customer range blank to include all customers, and click on View. The payment list report will list by customer the date, invoice number, type, payment or deposit, payment category, payment description, and amount, a subtotal for each customer, and a total. If you pay taxes based on payments received, then you will use the Payment Breakdown report to do this. Click on Reports, Receivables, and Payment Breakdown. Enter a date range and then click on View. The Payment Breakdown report will list the payment date, amount, invoice number, and then amounts for materials, labor, tax, and total. Taxable totals and non-taxable totals will be shown for materials, labor, and total for each tax code. To list payments taken by a user, click on Reports, Receivables, and Payments by User. Enter a date range and leave the user ID range blank to include all users. Click on View. Each user will be listed with the date of payment, invoice number, customer name, and amount of payment with subtotal. The total payments for all users will be listed also.